Hey, my name is Johnny Ha, and I'm a third year here at UCSD studying political science. And today I will be talking about one of the most racist incidents that has ever happened on this campus. And I'm planning to tackle this because I feel like as a student of color, I feel like things like this usually get forgotten or not taken seriously. So today I will be starting by interviewing random students all around campus to see if they even know what the incident was. Have you heard of the Compton Cookout?
No.
I have not.
No.
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 Yes.
No.
No. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I have.
No. Yes, I have.
Yeah, I've heard of it. The Compton Cookout was a racially themed party thrown at UCSD in 2010 by the fraternity Pi Kappa Alpha. They created a Facebook page that incorporated many microaggressions and stereotypes against the black community, stating things such as all males to be rocking jerseys, wearing Jordans, chains, jorts, etc., and for girls to dress as ghetto chicks, which usually have gold teeth, start fights and drama, wear cheap clothes, have short nappy hair, or cheap weaves. They speak very loudly and have limited vocabulary. They will also be serving chicken, Kool-Aid, and of course watermelon. This was all publicly posted on Facebook for everyone to attend. This caused an outrage to the students of color within the UCSD community, especially the Black Student Union. Students then began to find nooses being hung all around campus, including Geisel Library, and KKK-style hoods being hung on the Dr. Seuss statue. What are your thoughts on this?
That the individuals who participated in this event were not aware how it would affect other communities and how this would also affect the environment on campus.
It's very insensitive, but for me, I'm not really that surprised because you do see that happening a lot.
It really showed that they were very ignorant to like the social problems that were occurring at the time, and also I feel like the repercussions that came from it weren't like enough for the level that it went to. Like a lot more should have been done about it.
So I was able to contact some of the staff that were actually present at the time during the event, and here's what they have to say about it. At the time, can you talk to me about that?
That was a turbulent time on this campus. The African American students were walking around feeling like targets, and this was pre Black Lives Matter at the time. So they were finding posters and flyers that were white supremacist, white nationalists on the campus. One particular student found a noose on one of the bookshelves in the library. And it was a turbulent time, not only for African American students, but for any student of color. Students were walking around just not feeling as a part of this campus. Not that the campus promotes inclusivity already, but like the students of color felt even more isolated at that time. Knowing that stuff was being put out with the video of the Compton Cookout, and then the news, and then all the flyers, and there was a lot of protests at the time. And I remember having to sit with some of the actual leaders of the protests and provide support and counseling for them, because yes, they were upset, and yes, they had organized, but they still individually needed help kind of navigating their feelings and how they felt as a student of color on this campus. I knew that some of the students had taken over the Chancellor's Complex in relation to what was happening, and they wanted action. And I would go over there once in a while and check in on them, make sure they were getting some food and water and stuff like that. But yeah, it was pretty bad. And as a staff of color on this campus during that time, I was really torn, because the institution, as an employee of the institution, when they hire you, you sign a contract saying that you will not speak out against the institution. But at that particular time, I felt the students were right.
At that time, my biggest concern was the safety of the students, particularly the Black students who were going through the physical, emotional, psychological trauma that was happening on campus, and what kind of resources and support that means for me to give them and be an ally to their cause.
I think I was a grad student actually when this happened, and I was at SDSU, and we actually came back to UCSD to protest the actual events that happened.
This topic is still relevant today because students are still affected by racism, and this is a topic that needs to continue to be discussed. You can see racial biases and profiling all around the world, and we can't go on thinking that this is all okay. As I said, we should keep each other in check, continue to educate each other, and expose each other to different cultures. About this, we gotta keep each other in check, especially when your friends are making racist jokes or microaggressions with one another. Daniel, that wasn't cool. Hey Pat, did you know of all the resource centers we have on campus? Because you should check them out. We have the UCSD Black Student Resources, the Women's Center, the LGBT Center, the Raza Resource Center, the Cross Cultural Center, and even an Intertribal Center. There's so much more to check out, and I think it'd be a cool experience. So the point of this video was to shed light upon an event that not a lot of people really know about and why it's still relevant today. And well, that's all I wanted to say. So thank you for watching.